A bar in Sydney, a rugby match, and a quiet introduction made by a prince who has since stepped back from royal life. This is where it begins, not with a royal proclamation or a formal meeting at Balmoral, but with two people brought together by sport, humor, and timing. Zara Phillips, the daughter of Princess Anne, and Mike Tindall, a professional rugby player, meet for the first time in 2003 during the Rugby World Cup in Australia. Prince Harry, Zara's cousin, plays matchmaker, perhaps unknowingly setting the course of one of the most grounded royal relationships in recent memory. It is not love at first sight, but something sparks, shared energy, confidence, wit. She, an Olympic equestrian with no title but deep royal roots. He, a centre for the England rugby team with a broken nose and a quick smile. The early days of their courtship go largely unnoticed. Two young people from different public worlds, testing something private. As the relationship develops, so does their bond with the public. Not through tabloid scandals or stage-managed moments, but through visibility that feels accidental and real. Paparazzi photos capture them laughing at races, walking hand in hand at rugby events, and cheering each other on from the sidelines. There are no sweeping balcony kisses, no choreographed engagements. Instead, there is familiarity and patience. They wait 7 years before announcing their engagement in 2010. No rush, no pressure. The palace confirms the news quietly. A diamond solitaire ring, simple and elegant, seals the moment. Mike proposes at their home in Gloucestershire, far from the public gaze. The following year, they marry at Canongate Kirk in Edinburgh. The ceremony is notably low-key by royal standards. No procession, no grand cathedral, no national holiday. Zara wears a sleek ivory gown by Stuart Parvin. Her hair is pinned back, her jewelry minimal. Guests include members of the royal family, rugby teammates, and lifelong friends. A blend of tradition and personal life that defines them. Mike wears his heart openly. I've never been in love before, but Zara is the love of my life, no doubt. There's no rehearsal in his voice, no polish, just the quiet sincerity of someone who knows what he has found. Their first years of marriage remain out of the spotlight. They settle into life at Gatcombe Park, the private estate where Zara grew up. It is rural, peaceful, far from central London and royal duties. The couple find comfort in a routine that blends family, sport, and shared values. She trains and competes in eventing. He continues his career in rugby before moving into broadcasting. Then, in 2014, their world expands. Zara gives birth to their first daughter, Mia Grace. There is no grand announcement, only a statement confirming the arrival. When the first family photo is released, Mia clutches her mother's handbag, a spontaneous gesture that becomes a symbol. She is cheeky, spirited, and instantly adored by the public. 4 years later, in 2018, they welcome their second daughter, Lena Elizabeth. The middle name is a tribute to Zara's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting quiet reverence without fanfare. The couple continue to avoid public spectacle, even as their family grows. But not every chapter is celebratory. Between their two daughters, Zara suffers 2 miscarriages. She does not speak publicly about them at first. When she eventually does, the tone is measured and human. "You don't talk about it because it's too raw," she says in an interview. The honesty resonates. It offers a glimpse into private grief behind the public image and further deepens the connection many feel with them. In 2021, during the pandemic, they welcomed their third child, Lucas Philip. A boy this time, born at home, on the bathroom floor, as Mike later recounts, with a mix of pride and humor. The middle name honors Prince Philip, who passes away weeks later. The timing is poignant, and the tribute, like much about the Tindalls, is subtle but meaningful. Their parenting style appears relaxed. The children are rarely in the spotlight, but when they are, they appear comfortable, curious, at ease. Mia and Lena play on the grass during Jubilee celebrations. Lucas is spotted climbing railings with boyish energy. There is no forced formality, no rehearsed royal posture. They are a modern family with ancient roots. Zara, despite her lineage, has no royal title. Her mother, Princess Anne, declined the Queen's offer to grant one at birth. As a result, Zara and her brother Peter have grown up with more freedom than their cousins. That decision now echoes in Zara's adult life. She chooses a partner without pressure, builds a career outside the royal machine, raises children with independence. Her family attends royal events, but is not defined by them. Mike, too, becomes a quiet presence in the extended royal landscape. He's never formally titled, yet he attends services, stands on balconies, and represents the family when needed. But his primary role remains as husband and father. Occasionally, he shares anecdotes on his podcast, The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby, but always with discretion. He is never careless with private details. Their public image, steady, unembellished, sets them apart. In a family often defined by drama, scandal, and spectacle, Zara and Mike Tindall offer something else: normality. They aren't without challenges. Public life comes with scrutiny. Their connection to royalty guarantees headlines, however quiet their conduct. But they remain unshaken, grounded in a life they have chosen rather than inherited. There is no formal role for Mike in the monarchy, no constitutional function for Zara, but their presence matters. They represent a version of royalty that does not command, but coexists, not behind palace walls, but in fields, stadiums, and schools. Their story, while lacking in palace intrigue, is rich in quiet resilience. It begins with a rugby match, grows over years of privacy, and unfolds through love, loss, and renewal. In an era where royal narratives are often shaped by division, the Tindalls embody continuity, not as heirs or headline makers, but as a family who lives simply, proudly, and together. And perhaps that is their legacy. Not spectacle, not scandal, but a steady kind of royalty that walks beside tradition rather than behind it. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden world of the Crown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us here on Crownverse, where royal history lives on.